Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, day, whatever. Oh, I have been rebuilding my Unraid server. It's sitting right over there, looking a bit forlorn at the moment with the drives out and everything, and I'm rebuilding the parity. I've added a second parity to it. There's issues with my Unraid server. First of all, temperature. I'm going to have it out in the open. My server closet is pretty good, but when I originally set up the Unraid server years ago, the server closet, which is a little cupboard over there, little cupboard area, contained basically just a switch for connecting things and the Unraid server, which thermally was fine. 22, 23, might hit 25 Celsius during the summer, nothing major. But unfortunately now that same server closet has got a server computer for the online game. It's got a full setup for the security systems. It's got backup power for many different things, and literally the thermal has increased to the point where if my Unraid server, my Unraid server is sitting inside there, it is pumping out too much heat because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drives in it. Or, well, it's got 9 drives in it now, but another drive will be going in tomorrow. And so 10 drive system, and they're all mechanical. Now, ideally, once the probate and everything is sorted out, if there's a little bit of money, I'm going to set up a completely flash NAS, because they're just more power efficient. They don't throw off anywhere near the amount of thermals that you get with a old style system, and this will be relegated as a turn it on once a month and thingy. But for now, it's got to still function as the proper NAS where I can throw files on it. Every time I go out and vlog, I come home with between 40 and 150 gigabytes, that's gigabytes, of raw footage. Some of the stuff goes straight up online, but as soon as it's gone up online, I grab it and throw it on the NAS so it doesn't take up room on the computer, whatever computer I put it on. This is something I have to do daily. So my NAS has to be quite big. At the moment, I've got 17 terabytes free on that NAS. I will be, by the time I finish with it, it'll have 24 terabytes free. 24 terabytes free, which isn't that bad, So I will just, I'm doing a bit of work on it, making sure it's functional, making sure it's got a dual parity. You should only have one parity drive, but as soon as it's my primary NAS, it isn't my backup. You see, if a system is connected to your network, like my NAS is, should never be classed as a backup, because it's running all the time, it's connected to a system. Anything that breaks down in your system could affect it, and therefore you don't ever want it classified as a actual backup if things go wrong. So I follow a different kind of thing. I've got that as my main. I have a 20 terabyte little drive. Let me just pause this and show you it. This is a Lacy 20 terabyte drive. This is an actual backup, because this is a backup of everything that is on the Unraid server. A week ago, I transferred everything off the Unraid server onto this. This 120 terabyte drive is a backup, and this is going to be stored away as an actual backup and brought out only if something catastrophic happens to the Unraid server and it needs to be rebuilt. I also have two 8 terabyte Fire CUDA drives, externals, and those two have an almost complete backup of this, which means that I've got, and they're stored in a different location than this is. See, that's how you do it. You store them in different locations. You don't keep them in the same space, because what's the point of a backup? So I have one storage system, which is, I mean, a NAS, an Unraid NAS is not a bad little. It's the stuff on there is safer than it's on here. It's on its own UPS. It's on its own surge protector. The drives on it, because it'll have dual parity, is it can rebuild from problems and issues, but it's not an actual backup. So let me just pause this for a second. And okay, so this is a EMP proof, fire resistant and so on bag. So there we have it. One of these, you can get it on Amazon for the size of phones or anything there. So this lacy goes in there along with its power cord and USB port or USB cord. It's always best to store the actual power supply with the item, because these power supplies I have so many, and then they just velcro over like so. Right, so that goes away inside my war chest. My along with a few other things. What's in my war chest? At the moment, 2 different backup computer systems. In fact, pause this. 3 different backup computer systems, because this is another backup computer system. Literally, if the house, while I was out, if the house caught fire, and the only thing to survive is this, which is this is an old officer's trunk from World War II. It's fully metal. It locks by 3 big locks. It's heavy. It's not really movable. And if the worst case scenario, I was out on my Quingo and the pallet place caught fire and this room caught fire and everything was destroyed in this room, I could open up that, and if these survive, which they probably would, I would be able to rebuild my entire system from what's in there. That is just the way it is for me. And I take it a bit over the top. So let's pause this and put this one in there. Okay, so that's all packed away, safe, or as safe as you can be in these situations. Yes, I also have a backup elsewhere other than that. But yeah, my leg is being a complete bitch because I've been moving around and that with it. So yeah, I am still suffering majorly with my leg, and pretty sure that it's the problem with, we think it's sciatica or impression nerve. I'll have to make another appointment for next week or something for the doctor to try and see whether or not there's anything we can do that I'm not already doing. I'm resting my leg as much as possible, lying down in certain ways helps, and so on. But that's just a normal situation. I've ordered the bits and pieces for the Quingo. They've got to come and fix a couple of things on the in July on it, because a couple of the rubber seals have rotten on it, which weren't picked up the last time they came out, but they're going to come and do that for free, so that's okay. And also I'm going to actually go for the Quingo thingy. I'm going to have to stop now because my leg is really hurting now. I mean, it's because it's a nerve. Because it's a nerve pain. The pain isn't actually in the muscle. None of my muscles are hurt. None of my muscles are feeling tense or issues or anything. I've just got like a shooting pain from my hip, from the nerve bundle up here at the base of my spine, down my leg to the base of my leg. Sometimes sitting in a certain way can cause it. Sometimes dealing with stuff like my Unraid and having to sit over there and mess with technology and all that kind of thing. Yeah, we've got a bit of a glitch on the actual bandwidth for the camera here. I still need to reset that up. Anyway, I am good. We all deal with issues, we all deal with problems. Not much we can do about it. I'm still figuring out how to cool down the Unraid server, and maybe just get a fan and put a little fan in there somewhere that faces it and sends cool air through the system. That may be a simple fix. So I will say bye-bye for now. Yeah, my leg is bothering me. So bye-bye for now.